Hi and welcome to RCKicks. On this episode, the Falcon project goes completely out the window. As you can see, I now have 3 when really I was just planning on having 1. But as things unfold, you kind of end up going down a road that you never thought you would. And I really have done that, yeah, that's exactly what I've done. So, what happened and why do I have 3 and can I stop buying Falcons? Because I almost bought another one, but I was outbid, thank God. So, now I don't know if any of you watched the previous videos, but the Falcon was the second Tamiya car I had as a youngster. So I really wanted to get a mint one, and that's where things started. Unfortunately, I didn't find a mint one. I started with a basket case and then progressed until I finally now found a mint one. So starting from the beginning, I originally found and purchased what I thought was a good Falcon. Turned out to be a complete basket case, and I'll post up a link to the first video of me showing it to you if you haven't seen it already. Most things were broken on it. The whole front end was shot and the gearbox was all damaged, all the mounting points and so much so forth. So I ended up buying a load of bits and pieces, and then eventually I purchased a second car mainly for parts. Then it turned out that that car was actually in better condition than the first one, so I then decided to keep that as my main car and take all the good bits off of the first car and move them over. So the first car was this one, then this was the parts car that turned out to be better than the original car, and then eventually I've now, within the last 2 or 3 weeks, just found an absolute mint, never been run in its whole life car. I have a few issues that I have more than a few issues, but hey, that is, let's keep it down, just focused on the Falcon. Now all 3 cars are in really good condition now because I've just bought parts and upgraded them and fixed them. So let's cover each car individually. So we'll start with a car that kicked off all the trouble in the first place, and that was this one. Now, looking at it now, you'd think it was actually in really good condition, and it's taken a hell of a lot to get it like this. It's had a new gearbox, it's had a whole new front end. The front end is from Ampro Engineering. I've had a new body, it's from Team Blue Groove. This is not an original, this is an aftermarket body that I've fitted. It's running modern electronics because this is my driving car. I spent more money on more Ampro Engineering supports and all the front end, like I said. So this car is pretty good. There's only one thing I'm having a problem with, and that's this center section here. I didn't get from Ampro Engineering because they don't do it, I don't think. But that's not an original one. So my idea was that I would put a much stronger front end on this car so that when I drive it, it's less likely to break and things like that. I have got a replacement chassis for this because I have got a small crack here. So at some point I'll do a complete swap over onto that chassis. But I want to get a original front center section if possible, because I had to modify it to get the Ampro Engineering to fit it, because it is slightly different from the original. But it's fully working and it drives really well and I love it. I changed the suspension to be something a bit more softer, because the original Falcon suspension I find is a little bit stiff. So that's my driving car, and I will be keeping this one. Now the second car that I purchased originally for parts to fix this car is this one. Ooh, nearly dropped it. Now this car is in great condition. It's all original. Original top. painted long ago, in pretty good condition. There's a few little tiny hairline cracks and things like that, but considering its age, it's in great shape. The stickers are not original. These are aftermarket stickers to replace the originals that were all peeling off because they were so old. But apart from that, it's still great. Now this car is in great condition. The whole front end is original, no cracks, no damage, nothing. The front bumper is a bit scuffed, but I fitted a new chassis to this one and the underside is all pretty much mint. It's fully ball raced. The only thing it's missing is an original battery clip. This is an aftermarket cheap printed one, but apart from that, it's in lovely condition, and a lot of people would have this as their shelf queen. This one I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. It's in lovely condition, so I'm not sure whether I will keep it or I will sell it. I don't know. There's a few dilemmas as to what to actually do with it. So that's the second one. Then you have my shelf queen. Let's put that over here. Now this one I picked up not that long ago, like I said. This was never driven since the day it was built. It is perfect. No scratches, no damage, nothing. Even the bumper is, I don't know if you can see that, is brand new. Now since I've got it, the only thing that I've done is I've put full electronics in this car. And it's fully functioning now. There's not a mark on this car. It's absolutely beautiful and bulk stock. The body, again, is an original body. Is this decal has lifted slightly and I need to take a hairdryer to it and try and fix that. That's my driver. I painted that driver and fitted it. It didn't come with the driver. So this one is my sitting on the shelf looking amazing, which is what I wanted originally. The issue that I have is, apart from not getting this pin in, what do I do about the other? Oh God, what do I do about the others? Now I'm keeping this one 100%. There is no way this is mint. Look, the wheels are perfect. Do I just keep the running car, which was this one, and then sell this really good Falcon? Now the thing that's stopping me from just going, yeah, do that, is that this is not perfect and I need that front section. So if I sell this, I still have to hunt down that front section, and if I'm just looking to buy that front section, it could cost me 50 bucks just to find it, if I can get it. Or do I take it out of this car, put it in here and then keep it as my runner but in great condition, and then sell this with no center section or with the center section from this car? But then that would make this car not in complete perfect condition, which means I'd get less money for it. Or do I just keep all three and try and find more space? My main concern is if I sell this one, I then have the regret that I can't get the part that I need for my driving car. Anyway, it's a great dilemma to have, and I'm going to stop waffling there because I've been banging on for ages. But there you go. So that is pretty much the end of my Falcon journey. I am not buying any more Falcons. Whether I end up selling one and keeping two, I'm not sure. I chop and change every 10 minutes, but I thought I would just do one more video just to show you where this is taking me. And if you're thinking about getting an original Falcon, the one golden rule that I can give to you: buy the best you can and make sure the front end is not completely damaged. Because if you have to have a new front end, it's very expensive to go the Ampro engineering way, and it's not original, or just trying to find a single part is very difficult. hopefully they will re these cars, because they're too good. They're lovely cars, and everyone deserves to be able to get one of these and go out and blast it without worrying too much about it. Now, they're not crazy expensive to buy individually. You can pick them up for about £150 or so, but the condition varies massively from a total junk to an amazing mint one. So don't touch the junk, just leave it. It's not worth it. Trust me, I swear, hand on heart, only buy mint ones. Anyway, thanks very much. There you go. Just a short little thing just to show you where I've ended up. Anyway, thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.